Alice in Wonderland. Our story begins on a warm, sunny spring day. Long ago, in the days before television, DVDs, movies, or even video games, young children would entertain themselves with a good old-fashioned book.
This book is totally putting me to sleep. I don't think that I want to finish it today or any other day. Reading can be such a drag.
Oh, well, not all books were successful in capturing their imagination.
Oh, wow! Look at all the pretty flowers. They're so beautiful. And there's so many different colors. Much more exciting than that old book. I think these flowers smell even better than they look.
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm running so late. There's no way I'm going to make my appointment.
No way! A talking rabbit? And he's wearing a watch? These flowers, they must be making me hallucinate or something.
So late, so very, very late.
Hey, Mr. Rabbit, wait up a sec. I want to ask you something.
This is Alice, a most curious little girl. She wants to discover how that rabbit is able to talk.
It just doesn't seem possible, does it? I mean, a talking rabbit? And a deaf one, too.
Oh, no, I don't believe it. I went the wrong way again.
Mr. Rabbit, wait, come back. Oh, great. Now I have to climb a bunch of rocks. Jeez. I've got to do it or I'm going to lose him. I wonder why he's in such a rush.
Sometimes little Alice just doesn't know when to give up.
Now where'd that fast-talking, quick-jumping rabbit run off to? There he is. He's getting away. Oh, Mr. Fuzzy Bunny Rabbit. Can you hear me? Oh, are you even in there? I wonder where this strange hole leads to. It does appear to be awful deep. Mr. Rabbit? You in there? What a drag. I mean, would it have killed him to wait up for me? Now I'll never be able to figure out how he was able to talk like that. Unless, of course, I were to...
The problem was that even though she knew better, Alice couldn't let the thought of a talking, magical rabbit go to rest.
Oh, forget it. He's bound to come back. I'll just go looking for him another day.
It's not like her to give up so easily. Could she really be throwing in the towel? Maybe she's growing up.
I am not gonna let that rabbit slip away from me!
And at last, thanks to youthful, girlish curiosity, Alice begins her greatest adventure.
Oh no! This hole didn't look so deep from up on top! When is this thing ever going to stop? Oh good! It's not even 4 o'clock yet! I won't have to worry about being late! I'll make afternoon tea with Auntie! How long am I gonna keep falling like this? Doesn't this hole have a bottom to it? If you don't mind, I'm in a bit of a rush here. This thing ought to do the trick. Aha! There's that rude little chatterbox rabbit. It's locked. But then even if it wasn't, there's no way I could fit through that tiny door. It's way too small. Better luck next time. Weird. What's that? I don't recall this table being here a few seconds ago. Drink me? That's a pretty bizarre name for a soda. Cool! This is much better. Now I can fit through that door. Oh no! I forgot to get the key from the table. totally stinks. How am I gonna get back up there to reach that stupid key? Huh? Eat me? Man, this place is just too weird. Oh. Ah! Oh no! Now I'm even bigger than before! Oh, what is up with this crazy place anyway? At this rate, I'm never gonna get out of here. I'm gonna be stuck in here forever. Oh, I forgot about this. I've had this tiny bottle with me the whole time. Oh. Ah. Yes, it worked! It's finally open! It might be a tight squeeze, but I'm pretty sure I can get through that door. I just have to make sure I don't accidentally drink or eat anything else. I think I might be kind of stuck. It's already dark out. I wonder how long I was stuck in there for.
Hey, who are you? Yeah, who are you?
Well, my name is Alice. Who are you guys?
Alice, huh? Well, we don't know any Alice. Yeah, no Alice is here that we know about. Where'd you come from? Yeah, where are you from anyway?
Well, you see, it's kind of a long story.
Then you better get started.
Okay, I was chasing after this white rabbit, and I fell down a hole that had no bottom and then found myself here.
Oh, so you're a friend of the White Rabbit.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that we're friends.
But you know the White Rabbit, right?
Sure, yeah, I guess so. It's just that he doesn't know me, as in he's never seen me before.
You don't say. Well, then that's great. Yeah, that makes everything A-okay. Phew. For a second, we thought that maybe you weren't from around here. The Queen just hates folks who aren't from around these parts.
The Queen? What Queen?
Are you telling us that you don't know about the Queen? You don't know about the Queen?
No, what Queen?
I can't believe that she doesn't know about the Queen!
I'm sorry, but I don't have the slightest idea who this Queen person is.
Come on, how can you know a guy that's as irritating and rude as that White Rabbit and not even have the tiniest little clue about the Queen? She's the boss, the chief, head honcho, and ruler of all these lands. She's known as the Queen of Hearts, and she trumps them all.
Well, I've never heard of her, so...
You could say she's a pretty scary lady. She has a short temper. She can get pretty angry. Really angry.
I see. You know, you guys are really starting to freak me out a bit.
There's no reason to be afraid. Yeah, there's no reason to be afraid at all. See, the Queen doesn't do harm to anyone.
Well, that's certainly a relief to hear, I guess.
Her soldiers are the ones that do all the harm. They're bad news. The Queen's army is not something you want to mess around with. She orders them to do terrible things. But the Queen herself would never hurt a fly. That's why we were afraid that you might be a foreigner of some sort. The Queen just hates outsiders with a passion.
You don't have to worry. I'm not a foreigner.
We are strictly forbidden from talking to strangers from the outside.
But I'm not. I'm just,
You're what exactly? Yeah, so what are you?
I'm a girl, of course.
Oh, we knew that all right. Yeah, we'd already noticed that.
That's really great, guys. This little talk's been really enlightening and all, but I should probably get going.
So where do you live?
Who, me? Right over there.
Right over where? Yeah, right over where exactly?
I come from inside that door. The one in that tree right over there.
What do you mean? There's no tree over there. Yeah, not even a teeny tiny one.
Huh? That's impossible. It disappeared.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. Around here, everything disappears. Everything vanishes. Poof, just like that.
But it was right there just a second ago. Hey, what the heck? Where did they go? Hello? Where'd you guys run off to? Are you playing hide and seek with me?
I think you might have scared them off.
Who said that? Why, is it that all the people here stay hidden when they start talking to you?
I apologize, my dear, but this place is quite different than others. Nothing is what it appears to be.
Where is that voice coming from?
This land is enchanted and full of magical mysteries to behold.
But who are you? I mean, what are you? All I can see is your mouth. Don't you have a body or something?
I assure you that I am far more than just this mouth, little girl.
I don't understand why I can't see anything except those bizarre-looking teeth of yours.
Hey, who are you accusing of having bizarre teeth?
You're just a cat. But you can talk, wow!
What's so surprising about that?
Good point. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by anything I see in this crazy place. But still...
One needn't be a genius to deduce that you aren't from around here, are you?
No, I'm not.
You had better pray that the Queen doesn't get wind of it, or things could get rather complicated for you, I'm afraid. Tread carefully, my dear, for the Queen does not like outsiders wandering free in these lands.
That's what I'm hearing. But please tell me, who is this Queen? Whatever. I guess I don't have to worry about this Queen knowing about me unless someone goes and tells her.
So, little Outlander, you think you can just prance around undetected? Guards, come here! Oh,
You called, Your Highness.
At your service, my queen.
I see. That was pretty snappy.
Yes, madam. Always at your service in a moment's notice.
Glad to hear it, gentlemen. I have a very important mission for you. There's an intruder in the form of a young girl who's entered my domain.
An intruder, Majesty?
Yes, indeed. And I think you know how much I find these foreigners unnerving.
Yes, Your Majesty, of course.
Well then, get out there and find her. And when you do, I assume you'll know what to do with her.
Leave it to us, Your Majesty. We'll cut her deck and make sure she is discarded. Cut her deck, get it? You know, like cutting a deck of cards.
Silence! That's enough. Now beat it, and don't you dare fail me.
Aha! I finally found you. Although after seeing an invisible talking cat, a talking rabbit doesn't seem that weird anymore.
Why, hello! This is such a special day. Won't you join us, my dear?
Sorry, but are you talking to me?
Why, yes, of course. Who else would I be speaking to?
Did you hear something?
I'm afraid our friend here has developed a bit of a problem with his hearing. He's a little, deaf, shall we say?
Why, that is absurd.
So that's why he was ignoring me.
Huh? What did you say, little girl?
Don't mind him. He's still got all his marbles. But enough of that. You must come over and join us. We have, after all, been waiting for you.
How can you possibly have been waiting for me? Even I didn't know that I would be stopping by. How could you?
I didn't mean that we were specifically waiting on you, little girl. But we had been waiting on anyone. And that anyone is you.
What's that? What did you say, my friend?
Poor little rabbit. You can't hear a thing I'm saying, can you? And to think, I just thought you weren't interested in talking to me.
What's that?
Well, now that we're all gathered here together, I think we can finally commence with your unbirthday celebration. Sound good?
Speak up, would you?
There we are. Let's see how things are working now.
Oh, yes, that's a lot better. Now I can hear everything you're saying loud and clear. Wonderful!
So then the problem wasn't with his hearing after all. Huh.
No, my dear. It was simply a problem of posture.
His posture?
Oral posture, to be exact.
Rabbits tend to have problems with the positioning of their ears or oral posture.
We let our ears slowly relax over time, causing them to sag and droop. So by the time we finally realize there's a problem, the entire world has gone silent.
Thank heavens we don't have ears like our friend, or we would have to endure a lifetime of oral torment.
Well then, can we get this party rolling?
What's the occasion again?
We're gathered here to celebrate your unbirthday, of course.
So you're saying that today is my unbirthday?
That's right. It is today, isn't it?
Not sure. I don't think so.
Isn't today your birthday?
No, it's not.
So then it must be your unbirthday.
Oh, hip hip hooray!
Congratulations! Long live the little girl!
I'm sorry, but what is your name again, my dear?
My name is Alice. And what's yours, huh?
I am the Mad Hatter.
You're the Mad Hatter, you say?
That's right, my good man, in the flesh.
That's amazing! It's such a small world. I have a friend named the Mad Hatter as well.
I'm aware of it. We're one and the same. Indeed.
What's the matter, Hatter?
I just remembered something.
What's that?
Today actually isn't my birthday.
I believe it's not mine either.
I can't believe I forgot that today is my unbirthday.
What a coincidence! Who would have thought that the three of us would have our unbirthdays on the same day?
To coincidences! Long live coincidences!
Hooray!
Hooray! Hear, hear!
But we're not gathered here for just that. I'm afraid it's far more serious.
Very serious.
What are you talking about?
I find it hard to believe that you don't know.
It seems impossible that our youth today can walk around so uninformed. How absurd is that?
Well, I'm sorry I seem so uninformed, but...
Oh, you must know. This news is so juicy it's simply running at the mouth.
Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, look over there! I see two more!
It seems the news is racing to us from every direction.
Running like rabbits!
But I don't understand.
News is not to be understood.
It's just to be heard!
Understanding is a luxury these days.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
That's exactly the point we're trying to make to you, little girl.
Right then, well, back to our original conversation.
Yes, indeed. So tell us what you think about all this.
What I think? I'm not really sure.
Oh, she doesn't know, huh? Sounds pretty suspicious to me, don't you think so?
Very suspicious.
Why don't you start by telling us everything you don't know, Ms. Alice?
Me? Well, I don't really know anything.
Probably just as well.
If the Queen were to catch wind of this, I'm afraid you would be in some serious hot water.
Oh, right, of course, the dreaded Queen. How could I forget? The Cat and Twins told me about the Queen.
Shh.
Shh! You don't want to say things like that out loud.
What did I say that's so horrible?
Nothing yet, but you're about to.
You were about to say it, and I wasn't about to hear it.
The cat warned me to be careful of the Queen.
Indeed you should, since the Queen of Hearts is the ruler of these lands.
So then this is some kind of land?
Of course it is. This place is known as Wonderland.
And it appears you are the news everyone is talking about.
I'm the news?
Quite right. The biggest news ever.
Blah, 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 blah.
Unfortunately, the Queen forbids foreigners in this land.
It is absolutely forbidden.
Okay, but I don't know how to get out of here. In fact, I don't even know how I got in here in the first place.
Yes, that's exactly right.
What do you mean?
You can only arrive in this land by not knowing.
Only the ones who don't know the way are the ones who arrive here.
You see, it's the only way.
But I'd really like to get out of here.
But why would you want that? You've been so well received so far.
We've even bestowed you with an unbirthday party in your honor.
How can I enjoy my unbirthday party if the Queen of Hearts is trying to hunt me down?
Oh, come on. You really shouldn't take it personally. It's just because you're not from around here.
Just a budding pint-sized outlander. It's really nothing personal, Alice.
So what am I gonna do? How do I get out of here?
Why, the same way you got in here, of course. Duh.
Quite the contrary, I should think.
Which way should I go?
Oh, there is no way to go.
The way becomes the way only after you have passed it.
The only way is to make the way.
How do I do that?
Begin by walking, Alice.
But how will I know if I'm even heading in the right direction?
That's very simple.
If you don't arrive where you are going, then clearly it's the wrong way. Simple, no?
It doesn't get any simpler than that.
You'd better get moving, Alice, or you'll lose your way.
Best of luck to you, my dear.
We'll see you when you get there.
Take care, Alice.
Who was that Alice girl, anyway?
Wasn't she a friend of yours, Hatter?
Oh, I thought she was a friend of yours, actually.
I'm afraid not. Now that I think about it, perhaps she was an acquaintance of one of my friends.
Which friend?
I don't think you've had the pleasure of meeting him. His name is the Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter waits for you. Gonna have a nice little cup of tea. The hair is also there for you, but don't believe just what you see. The Mad Hatter.
Great, here we go again. I'm just as lost as I was when I got here. These rocks are pretty strange. They almost seem kind of like plastic.
Hey, who's knocking?
Oh, come on. A talking rock?
Rock? What do you mean, rock? And why do you feel it necessary to wake me up, huh? Oh, hey there. What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
I wish I knew, but for now I'm just trying to find the quickest way out of here.
Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a princess around here. Ha!
Princess? I'm no princess. I'm just a girl.
Not a princess? You gotta be kidding me. After all this time, a girl finally comes strolling through this neck of the woods, and she turns out to just be some ordinary girl.
What's up with this whole princess story?
Well, you know how it is. One little kiss and poof, I'll turn back into a prince. It's just that the kiss of a princess packs a little extra punch.
This is getting weird. I don't remember there being anything about a frog anywhere in this story.
Well, there isn't. But can't you spare me just one tiny kiss? Sadly, the last little dame in the red hood wasn't so cooperative.
Sorry, but I'm not really following.
Ah, you don't want to hear that story. I ended up in the belly of a wolf.
Look, I wish I could help you, but this place is already a trip and I can only handle one narrative at a time. I think you're in the wrong fairy tale, dude.
Hey, lighten up, will ya? This land is full of strange things. So what's wrong with a frog needing a kiss to become a prince, huh?
Okay, he might be a little weird, but maybe he can help me get out of here.
What did you say?
Do you know the way out of here?
What do you mean, way out?
How do I get back to my house from here?
Haven't the froggiest, but you know.
You know what?
I could use a smooch.
You mean give you a kiss? No way, that's totally gross.
There you go, full of preconceptions. How do you know what it's like if you ain't tried it?
Listen, Frog, I wish I could help you out, but I ended up in this land by mistake. I took some wrong turns, and now I'm even more lost than I was before.
Just one kiss before you go.
Later, Frog.
If this keeps up, I'll end up getting rejected by every girl in every fairy tale, and I'll never get turned back into a prince.
Hey, get a load of this.
That's kind of strange. It looks like a footprint.
It is a footprint, you dummy.
What type of creature do you think leaves a footprint like this?
Unfortunately, I have no idea.
It's some kind of beast without toes.
Or just one big toe.
A beast without feet, just one big toe?
Judging by the distance between its strides, I can deduce that this beast must have short legs.
It can't be that tall either.
The tracks in the ground aren't that deep, so it doesn't appear to be very heavy.
They almost seem like they could be the footprints of a young child.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
We should probably investigate. Someone told me about a girl not too long ago. Now, what was it they said?
Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me! What's the matter with you?
What do you mean?
Have you forgotten about our mission?
No, I haven't forgotten.
Oh, yeah, well then maybe you can remind me as to what we're looking for.
An intruder, that's it.
That's correct! We're supposed to apprehend an intruder for the Queen! We don't have time to investigate these footsteps.
Wait a minute. Didn't the Queen say something about this intruder being a little girl?
I can't remember.
I'm almost dead certain that she did say it.
Are you almost dead or dead certain?
Huh?
It's not enough to be only partly certain about this. Are you dead certain or not?
Well, in that case, not really.
Let's just take a step back and start over from the beginning. If we were tasked with finding an intruder for the Queen, what type of intruder do you think we'd be looking for?
Your regular run-of-the-mill intruder?
There you go. Now you're thinking.
Wait, I got it. It'd be an intruder that invades our land and threatens our existence.
What threat are you talking about?
I don't have any idea, but the Queen was so nervous about the intruder that it must pose a serious threat to our land.
That seems like a reasonable conclusion.
So I guess it can't be a little girl, right?
After all, little girls can't pose a serious threat.
You're absolutely right.
Then this threat must be something much bigger than we ever anticipated.
An animal?
Or maybe a wild beast.
A terrible monster!
An enormous giant!
Maybe a gigantic monster!
We better stop this intruder before it's too late.
This is hopeless. I'm never gonna find my way out of this crazy place. I'm sure that I've already passed through this way before. Oh no. If I keep walking in circles like this, I'll be trapped in here forever and never get back home. What do I do? What am I gonna do? I'll never get home. Get a hold of yourself, Alice. I can't give up now. I just need to find some way to mark my trail. I wish I had some breadcrumbs. I hear that's the way to go. Wait, I've got it! That ought to do the trick. Now if I end up walking back this way, I'll know for certain that I've already been past here before. This place is really starting to get on my nerves. I'm through walking in circles. I know, I'm just gonna follow this straight path and see where it leads. I could swear that tree over there looks awfully familiar. Where have I seen it before? I'm confused. This tree looks just like all the other ones. In fact, you can hardly tell any of them apart. Okay, this is starting to get pretty weird. It reminds me of those old cartoons where the background just keeps repeating itself. No way. You gotta be kidding me. Uh-oh. Why do I have the feeling someone's messing with my head?
You're too young, my dear, not to have a sense of humor about such things.
Wait a sec. I know I've heard that obnoxious laugh before. Come out and show yourself. I'm tired of your silly games. You may think you're pretty funny, but I assure you I am not amused.
Chill out, Alice. I'm just trying to help you.
Oh, right, sure. Help me, huh? Well, a lot of help you are.
It was just my way of pointing out that you're walking in circles.
Oh, gee, thanks a lot. Couldn't you have just told me, rather than let me wander around aimlessly like this?
I never do things the easy way. This way is much more fun.
Oh. Well, I hate to break it to you, but your fun way is not very helpful.
Now, I assure you there's no need to fret. I've come to lend you a hand, Alice. Huh?
Well, you better start soon, because I'm not going to stick around long enough to listen to your nonsense.
While you were busy going around in circles like a choo-choo train, I overheard two of the Queen's soldiers having a discussion.
Okay. So, what does that have to do with me?
Oh, I'm afraid it has quite a lot to do with you. You see, these soldiers are after an intruder. An invader of sorts. A foreigner to this land, if you will. Are you catching my drift?
Were they talking about me?
No, not exactly, but the Queen, on the other hand, does seem to know this intruder pretty well. Little girl, blonde hair, blue dress. Sound familiar?
But how do you know that?
The cards aren't too bright and are even dimmer when it comes to their memories. I guess you could say that there just isn't a lot of space for brains in those paper heads of theirs.
What makes you so certain that the Queen is after me?
One of the cards overheard her talking about how she was hunting down a little girl from another land. You're fortunate the cards couldn't remember what the mission was that the Queen sent them on.
Hey, I hear someone talking about the Queen. Anyone who speaks disparagingly of the Queen of Hearts is subject to punishment. What are you two talking about over here?
Us? Well, we were just, having a little conversation about, you know. What were we talking about, Mr. Cat?
Why, about the Queen of Hearts, of course.
Aha! Just as I suspected.
Quite right. We were just commenting on how ever since the Queen implemented the new public safety laws, Wonderland has become better than ever.
Really? You don't say.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's thanks to heroes like you that we are able to feel so safe.
Oh, come on, you don't have to exaggerate. I was a fool for suspecting you.
That's exactly what you are.
What?
Oh, nothing. So, tell me, what brings you out here?
We're here to capture and subdue a dangerous monster. It's been seen wandering our land.
A monster?
Oh, yeah? This thing is pretty dangerous, huh?
Yes, a most terrible and frightening creature. The Queen has delegated us with finding this thing.
It's an extremely dangerous mission, I'll have you know.
Oh, I can imagine.
Who told you it was a monster that the Queen was searching for?
I'm not exactly sure about that, but I'm pretty sure she said it.
I think so too, but I forgot to write it down.
Well, of course it's a monster, gentlemen. Why else would the Queen be so worried about an intruder if it wasn't a terrible monster?
That's right.
I think I might be able to help you, my friends.
Oh, yeah? How so?
Well, I just received a tip that over by the river, a dreadful monster was spotted passing by.
Really?
It must be the monster we're looking for. There can only be one.
I can't be sure if it's still there, but if you hurry, maybe you can catch it.
Thanks for the help, Kitty. I'll be sure to mention your assistance to the Queen.
Maybe you'll even receive a special distinction, huh?
Oh, please, don't trouble yourselves, gentlemen.
Well, that certainly was a close call, wasn't it?
It was indeed, my dear. But sadly, we can't always bank on the foolishness of the cards.
But I still don't know how to get out of here.
You're just not using the path you were given.
I don't understand.
The more you run, the further into the land you go. It's simple to leave. You're just not going about it right, Alice.
Hey, come on, Cat! Don't leave me here like this! I still don't know which way to go. Hey, Cat! Are you even listening to me? Oh! I hate how these characters show up, drop vague clues, and then disappear on me. Whatever. I don't need their stupid clues.
What bungleheads! Guards! Listen carefully. I want you to capture that insolent little girl who has been scheming with impunity against our fair land and bring her back here at once.
But, Your Majesty, isn't the captain already in the process of tracking her down?
Yes, he is. But you cards seem to have trouble remembering orders. I'll never understand why your memories are so terrible. The moment you get outside the palace gates, you always forget what I told you to do.
I apologize, Your Highness, but every time a card is separated from the deck, it loses some of its power and intelligence.
Really? Well, I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, it's the absolute truth, Your Majesty, I assure you.
I suppose it makes sense.
I had a cousin, the Joker, who decided to part from the deck. He ended up in bicycle spokes, getting smacked in the face and making engine noises the rest of his life.
Spare me the history of your dysfunctional family.
Please forgive me, Your Majesty.
I have an idea that just might work. If I want to imprison this insolent girl who sees fit to run rampant in my land, it's becoming clear I'll have to take some drastic measures.
May I ask what Your Majesty has in mind?
I want all of you to get out there and capture that girl.
Leave it to us, Your Majesty.
I'm not finished.
Yes, Our Highness.
I'm not just sending you two. I want an entire suit of flesh on the case.
Just to capture a little girl? Don't you think that's overkill?
Tell that to the two knuckleheads I sent in the first place. They thought they could handle the mission. Now they're standing like fools by a river chasing an imaginary monster.
Leave it to us, Your Majesty.
Go, and don't even think about returning without that little girl.
You can count on us.
I hope so. For your sake, that girl better not get away this time.
You fell down in a hole, now go ahead and grab the key to see what you eat.
These flowers are so beautiful. Wow. I'm not even sure if they're real. It smells just like vanilla ice cream. I wonder if it tastes like vanilla ice cream as well. Oh, that is so delicious. These flowers really do grow ice cream. Uh-oh, what's going on? My stomach doesn't feel so good. Oh no, I'm tiny again. I don't understand. My sister always told me that ice cream makes you gain weight, not lose it. This makes no sense.
Who's there?
It's me, Mr. Mad Hatter. Alice, remember me?
Oh, you certainly have gotten pretty small, my dear. Last time I saw you, you were much closer to my height, were you not?
Yeah, you're right. And that wasn't that long ago.
I can only imagine that you were walking along and decided to taste some of these ice cream flowers.
That's exactly right, Hatter.
They are delicious, but sadly, they have a rather diminishing side effect, don't they?
You can say that again. So what do I do now? How can I get back to my real size?
Oh, don't worry. That's easy enough. All you have to do is simply eat the candy drop flowers. With each one of those you eat, you'll double in size.
So where do I find these candy drop flowers?
They're right over there, my dear. Well, I have to be running along now. I have a previous engagement to attend to. Ta-ta!
I bet he's off to attend someone else's unbirthday party. Aha! There they are.
See what you eat. It's not to eat what you see. You fell down in a
Oh, no. How am I going to reach those flowers from down here?
what you eat. It's not to eat what you see. You fell down in a hole. Now go ahead.
Now what do I do? I'm never going to make it back home. I'm going to be stuck the size of a peanut forever. What? No way! Whoever said you can't get what you want from crying wasn't from Wonderland. Nothing yet. Maybe I just need to eat a lot more of this stuff. Well, oh, right, it worked! Ooh, I should stash a few of these in my pocket for later. Never know when candy drop flowers might come in handy. That's enough of that. Time to get back to the business of getting out of this crazy place.
Hold it! You're not going anywhere, little girl.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
You're under arrest by order of the Queen. Yeah, don't you know that it's forbidden for foreigners to enter this land without the consent of the Queen?
I didn't mean to. I just stumbled into Wonderland by mistake. I'm trying to leave. I swear.
That's really a shame. I hate to break it to you, but I would start getting real comfortable here if I were you. Because it looks like you'll be staying in Wonderland forever.
You've done well. Excellent. At last we finally have you, you little intruder. Guards, you're dismissed. So, you thought you could enter my queendom without being detected, didn't you, little girl?
No, Your Majesty. I assure you it was all a mistake. I didn't mean to enter Wonderland.
Of course. I understand completely. Why is it the guilty ones always have the same excuse?
But I swear it's the truth, Your Majesty. I didn't even want to come here. I just fell into a hole. In fact, I've been doing everything I can to get out of here.
Ha! Such audacity! How dare you slander my country?
No, you got it all wrong, really. Just let me go home and you'll never see me again.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's too late for that. I'm afraid you're gonna be staying in Wonderland forever.
Oh, no, please. You have to let me go. My sister is probably really worried about me.
I don't recall anyone forcing you to chase the White Rabbit.
How did you know about that?
Don't be so naive. I know everything that happens throughout my land.
Everything?
Every little thing.
Please, Your Majesty, just give me one more chance. I promise I'll never come back. I'm begging you, please.
Your whining is getting on my nerves.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
I think I've had just about enough of you. Call the Prime Minister. Well, my little pet, you admit that you came to this land by your own free will, did you not? You chose to violate our laws, and as a result, you must now face the consequences.
You have to understand, I didn't know I was breaking any laws at the time. It's just not fair.
Not true. The laws of my land are always fair.
I'm afraid she's right, Alice.
Mr. Cat, it's so good to see you again. Please, you've got to help me get out of here.
Welcome to the palace, Mr. Prime Minister.
What? Prime Minister?
That's right, my dear. Did I neglect to inform you that I am the Prime Minister of this land?
But I thought you were on my side.
Then I guess you thought wrong. Oh well, that's what happens to little girls who wind up where they shouldn't.
I don't understand. I thought for sure you wanted to help me.
And who's to say that I don't, Alice?
But you work for this lousy witch!
A witch? You have some nerve, child.
I wouldn't call the Queen of Hearts a witch if I were you, my dear. It's bad for your health.
So what are you gonna do with me? Throw me in a cage?
Oh, no. That penalty is only for someone who has been caught entering Wonderland.
The penalty for offending the Queen is a little more drastic.
I'm afraid it's the guillotine, Alice. Say goodbye to your head.
Guards, prepare the guillotine.
Please, Mr. Cat, you're the only one who can help me now. I'm begging you. I just want to go home.
I'm sorry, Alice, but there's nothing I can do. Only you can find the path out of here.
But you know how hard I tried to find my way out of here. The more I kept walking, the more lost I became as I went. You saw?
Well then, there's your problem, my dear. It's no wonder you can't get away from Wonderland by walking.
Now then, guards, take her away.
No, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. Please help me. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. No, someone get me out of here, please. Someone get me out of here.
Alice, come on, sis, wake up. It's time.
And with a blink of her eye, Alice found herself back safely in her own world. All her fears vanished, and everything seemed to have been just a dream. Or could it really have happened?
It's not too easy to see.